Hi, hello, welcome to the show. Good to have you along for our preview of midweek racing on Wednesday. We're in Cape Town, we're out at the country course. There are only 4 fixtures left this spring season before racing goes into full bloom for the summer and reverts back to Hollywoodbets Kenilworth. So if you haven't been to Durbanville yet, I'd suggest bring your friends, bring the family. There's something for young and old to enjoy, and at the same time, you'll be able to chat to some like-minded racing fans, share each other's banter, and then who knows, you could end up making quite a few rand on the day. Like on Wednesday, I do think there is money to be made on this Hollywoodbets Durbanville card. I do think that the cream could rise to the top because we are seeing the better quality of horses now stepping out onto the track and making their seasonal debuts. The first of 9 races on Wednesday gets underway at 12:30. Made a note of the anti-post market, and you'll see that there is money to be made, and there's some good prices on certain horses as well. Like in the opener, it was 2.5 to 1 each of 2. Number 1, Object d'Art, and number 4, Fox on the Run, both 2.5 to 1. Then there was a touch of support for number 4, Fox on the Run, came in 2.27 to 1. I'm in agreement with that. That's the horse that I like in the first. This is the half-brother to Mr. Fox, and Quick Trip. Runs in the colours of Hollywood Racing. Sean Veal riding at the top of his game, and James Crawford has been churning out the winners. This horse was clearly second best when beaten 2 lengths on debut. Was understandably green on debut, but the way it was staying on, that is what really caught the attention. I really do think that there's plenty more to come from this horse. There'll be lots of improvement to come, and with the benefit of that run under the belt, will be a tough nut to crack come Wednesday. So I'm going 4, Fox on the Run as my first choice selection to win it, ahead of 1, Object d'Art. For third, I'm going with number 2, Blizzard Boy, and fourth, number 10, One Cape. Second race is the opening leg of the Bipot. 13:05 is the off time of race number 2. A maiden plate where we have 2 scratchings. Take out number 7, Ginger Rude, and 13, Trip to Camelot. The field now reduced down to 11 runners who will contest race 2 on the program, and 2.27 to 1 about number 3, Madra Rur. This horse found the market support on debut, started odds-on favourite, but really didn't go on with it in the closing stages. Joint second favourites, number 4, Freedom Fighter, at 3.33 to 1. This horse is coming back from a 24-week break. That was a good debut effort when second, beaten 1 length by the winner. And this horse is joint second favourite with number 6, Sliver of Sunshine. That's the horse that I like, from the informed stable of Dean Kannemeyer, stable jockey Craig Zaki on board. I do think that this horse would have come on nicely with that debut run under the belts. This horse is very, very well bred by Give Me the Green Light out of Silver Mountain. I think we can expect the most improvement from Sliver of Sunshine. That was a decent debut effort, despite losing 1 length and being green on debut. Certainly finished the race off well, and I'm expecting this horse to really be kicking on nicely in the closing stages. So I'm going 6, Sliver of Sunshine, to beat number 4, Freedom Fighter. For third, I'm going with number 3, Madra Rur, and fourth, number 8, Turbulent. Third race of the day is the opening leg of the Pick 6. This is an apprentice open maiden for fillies, where we have 11 runners to line up at the 1600 metre mark. A couple of hard-knocking individuals, though, taking on each other in this race. And when I went through it, I thought, sure, you could make a case for probably about 3 or 4 of them in this race, and then keep fingers crossed and hope you've found the right ones. Because you're probably going to have to include the likes of 2, Clouds Clearing, 4, Chickasaw, 8, La Patrona, 9, Red State, also 10, Alicia Azrael. Those are all horses you're probably going to have to include in this, the third race. If you were to push me for a first choice selection, then I'm more than likely going to go with a horse that's been showing the improvement from one run to the next, and that's number 4, Chickasaw. Come to think of it, if you look at the form lines too, that last run renews rivalry with number 2, Clouds Clearing. Now, there is a 2 kilo swing of the weights in favour of number 4, Chickasaw, and that was for a 0.4 length beating. That to me is enough to turn the tables. This horse will enjoy the step up to 1600 metres. Nicely drawn, stable of Candace Bass is in form. The only thing, and the only reservation I have, is that this horse has the nasty tendency of being stowaway. If jumping on terms or staying on nice in the closing stages, definitely will be involved in the shake-up. So I'm going 4, Chickasaw, ahead of 2, Clouds Clearing. For third, I'm going with number 10, Alicia Asheville, and fourth, number 9, Red State. Fourth race is the opening leg of the Pick 6. Race 4 on the programme is a Class 4 fillies benchmark 82. This race over 1,500 metres, and scratched here is number 4, Oncidium. So we have a field of just 7 runners who will line up for race 4, and I'm looking no further than the favourite, number 6, Wonder Dune. This horse is currently at 11-10 in the anti-post market from the stable of Andre Null. Gets stable jockey Cornet offered to ride. Now this horse was a tad disappointing last time out when finding the support and finished second and second best on the day, but this horse raced up prominently and tried hand over fist all the way to the wire, and unfortunately just found one too good on the day. I do think that this horse can make amends here, because that form line has been franked by a horse called Garden of Eden, who has subsequently come out and won. That last run was over 12.50 at this track. I do think this horse looks to be well above average. A horse that's still on the up, and to me the one they have to beat. So I'm going 6, Wonder Dune, to beat number 1, Viva La Vida. For third, I'm going with number 5, Ricky Tiki Tavi, and fourth, number 7, Diamond Bomber. Race 5 is leg 1 of Jackpot 1. This is an Apprentice D Stakes, where we have a field of 9 runners who will face the starter for the opening leg of the jackpot. And again, it's one of those races where you probably could make a case for at least 5 of them. Keep fingers crossed that you've chosen the correct ones. Easy Living, Winter on the Green, Avenue, Rosa Surya, Country Time. Those are all horses that you're probably going to need to consider, because they priced up, for example, 3.57 each of 2, Easy Living, 4, Winter on the Green, 4-1 about number 7, Avenue, 4.55-1, number 9, Country Time, 6.25-1, number 3, Gravity. So you can see they priced up very, very much on top of each other, and you pretty much need to include as many as the budget allows. If you're going to press me for one, then in all likelihood I'm going to go with number 1, Easy Living. I thought this has got nice solid recent form. If one puts a line through that last start, where he lacked a strong finish in the closing stages, and you look at his runs prior to that, you'll see this horse definitely must have a chance of unsaddling in the number 1 box. The penultimate run, despite being stowaway, was certainly kicking on nicely in the closing stages of the race. Never Nastilli takes the 2.5 kilos off the back, and if this horse jumps on terms, or for that matter, does find that extra gear in the run to the wire, definitely should be involved in the shake-up. So I'm going 1, Easy Living, to beat number 4, Winter on the Green. For third, I'm going with number 3, Gravity, and fourth, number 8, Rosa Surya. 6th race on the programme is leg 1 of Jackpot 2. This race jumps at 16.30. It's an A Stakes, where we have a scratching. 8, Dean Street takes no part. 7 runners will contest this race, and again, one of those races where you could make a case for at least 4 of them. 2-1, number 4, Cowboy. 2.5-1, number 2, Raven Black. 3.03-1, number 5, My Sensation. 5-1, number 7, Arctic Wizard. 6.25-1, number 3, Unbal D. 8-1 and upwards, the others. Again, you see, one of those races where you've got to put in as many as the budget does allow. I like the look of number 5, My Sensation, to be very honest with you. I like the way that this horse moved up last time out and then had to settle for second best. That was in Grade 3 company in the Post Merchants towards the end of the 2024-25 racing season in KwaZulu-Natal. The horse that finished 4th that day was a horse called Buffalo Storm Cody, who has subsequently franked that form line, and the winner of that race was a horse called I Am Giant, who has subsequently won again Sunday past at Hollywoodbets Durbanville. I do think this horse is ideally suited to the Durbanville circuit. For 2 runs, has got a win and a second under the belt already. And if not in need of the run I wrote here, I do think she can give the boys a good run for their money. She comes in a nice low galloping weight of 54.5 kilos. So it's 5, My Sensation, to beat number 4, Cowboy. For third, I'm going with number 3, Unbal D, and fourth, number 2, Raven Black. Race number 7 on the programme. This is an Apprentice Class 5. Fillies and Mares benchmark 70. 9 runners to line up at the 1250 metre mark. And we have a field of 9 runners to face the starter. And again, it's one of those races where you're going to have to include a few. the likes of Miss New York, the likes of number 4, Demoria, who's 2.5 to 1, can go one better. Easy Money needs to go in. 7, Queen Regent, who's at 2.27 to 1. That last form line has been franked by a couple of horses who have subsequently come out and won since. 8, Oktoberfest, definitely a horse that is well bred and you cannot ignore. This horse needed that last start, does take a drop in class, so does come into the reckoning. But I like the look of number 6, Easy Money. This one from the stable of Piet Botha gets the services of Damien Pillay, who claims 4 kilos on board. If you look at this horse's form line, you'll see a model of consistency. She's speedy. She got going late last time out and had to settle second behind number 3, Miss New York, with whom she renews rivalry. This time round, you'll see that there is a 1.5 kilo swing at the weights, and that is in favour of number 6, Easy Money. As far as this form line is concerned, she definitely could be rewarded for consistency, so I'm going with number 6, Easy Money, to beat number 4, Demoria. For third, I'm going with number 3, Miss New York, and fourth, I'm going with number 8, Oktoberfest. 8th race on the card. This is a middle stakes fillies and mares where 10 runners will line up and face the starter. This is the race where I found a horse that I think I'm probably going to tell you best to go each way on this runner. I like number 6, Festival Chic. 6.25 to 1 was when the anti-post market opened, and not too long after that the money came down to 5 to 1 in the anti-post market. Now this horse was not beaten too far off in the Grade 3 Diana Stakes last time out, but it's definitely the penultimate run that catches the eye. She was second, beaten under a length by the winner. She was running on very nicely in the closing stages of that race. She's ideally course and distance suited for one run. She's finished third. Her stable and jockey is in very good nick at the moment, and I do think she's a very, very good each-way prospect in a race of this nature. Otherwise, you're going to have to include the likes of Pink Pigeon, Arista, Babylicious, also the likes of Papillon Blue, Nordic Quest. All of them will then have to go in. So we need to find one that we do think can represent value, and this is my one. 6, Festival Chic, to beat number 2, Arista. 7, Papillon Blue, and 5, Babylicious are the selections in race number 8. And that takes us on to the lucky last, race 9. It jumps at 17.10. And question is, have we left the best for last? Answer is, I think we have. Number 6, Gimme Rules. To me, this horse stands out as probably the best bet on the card. Impeccably bred by Gimme the Green Light out of Real Princess. So this horse has got a number of offsprings that one can pinpoint to, who has done exceptionally well thus far. Dean Cannemeyer, Craig Zaki, they've teamed up, and already the money has come from 1.67 to 1, has shortened down to 1.25 to 1 in the anti-post betting. I thought it was very unlucky not to have won or finished a lot closer last time out, because that was over the course and distance and just could not get a clear run. I went to go and watch that race again, just could not get, the gaps just wouldn't open, and had to then settle for 6 and was beaten under 3 lengths by the winner. The debut run was very impressive. That was at Hollywoodbets Scottsville. I do think that if this horse gets a clear run in the run to the wire, Craig Zaki will know exactly what to do this time round. Definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, the horse they're all going to have to beat. So I'm going with number 6, Gimme Rules, to beat number 9, Churchillian. For third, I'm going with 7, Spirit, and fourth, number 2, Steadfast. And that takes care of racing at Hollywoodbets Durbanville on Wednesday afternoon. If you're going to be getting involved in the exotics, don't forget those start from race 2 on the tote. And don't forget about your free Hollywoodbet Punter Challenge entry. Those need to be on 5 minutes prior to the advertised starting time of the opener. Make sure you put through your selections, you play the bet slip, because that's what puts you in line for that R1 million jackpot prize that is on offer. Trust you'll find the winners. There are a couple of nice bets, I think, and a few horses that do stand out on the day. Till next time, when we preview weekend racing from Rouvaun, you take care. Cheers for now.